This is John. He's recently been appointed division manager. John now manages several teams. Before he got the job, the teams underwent restructuring and team members have taken on new responsibilities. This is Larry. He's been managing one of the teams for over 10 years. Larry applied for John's role, but was unsuccessful. It's Friday night and Larry and his colleague Keith are in the pub after work. "You should have got that job," says Keith. "What can someone that age know about leading our division?" adds Larry. "In fact, what does he know, full stop?" It's Monday morning. Recently, Larry has struggled with his workload. Keith is a bit worried. John wants the teams to adjust to the new structure whilst maintaining efficiency. He overhears a conversation between Larry and Keith. "I've got so much on and I'm constantly interrupted. I can't get anything done," complains Larry. "And that numbskull just doesn't get it. How could he? He hardly knows he's born. He doesn't have the experience to be a manager. He's barely out of school." Although John is in a position of authority, these comments could still constitute harassment if they upset him. In fact, harassment is any unwanted conduct affecting the dignity of a person in the workplace. It may be related to age, sex, race, disability, religion or beliefs, nationality or personal characteristics. How should I confront this, thinks John. The company policy says he could take a formal or informal approach. Informal methods don't seem to be working. John decides to seek some advice from Karen, his line manager. She suggests he tries to speak with Larry again. She also asks him to start to record incidents for evidence, including when and where they took place, and names of anyone who may have witnessed them. John decides to first of all confront Larry directly and tell him that his comments are not acceptable. Things get better at first. Larry's attitude seems to improve. But then the poor performance and jibes resume. But it's usually best to try to resolve an issue informally first before lodging a formal grievance. Informally, John could speak to Larry directly. Or he could seek advice from his HR manager, Achint. Or he could discuss the problem with his line manager, Karen. Meanwhile, Larry takes 2 weeks off sick. So John decides to use the return-to-work interview to informally address Larry's attitude and to ask about work problems he might be having. At last, Larry opens up. These new methods and responsibilities, I'm struggling. I feel angry and frustrated, like I'm being left behind. My doctor says it's stress, but that just makes me feel worse. John decides to revisit work allocation within the team and discusses reasonable adjustments that could help Larry keep on top of things. He redistributes a few tasks and makes an informal agreement that Larry can work from home 2 mornings a week when he needs to concentrate. 2 weeks later. "Hi, Keith," says Larry. "It's nice to see you smiling again, Larry. You seem more relaxed," replies Keith. "Thanks, Keith. I am feeling a lot more myself. You know what? I really appreciated John's support in the end. I know I didn't give him much credit at first, but he's helped me get back on course. And I didn't really want his job anyway."